For centuries, the Vatican has been seen as the spiritual heart of Catholicism, a place of faith, devotion, and reverent silence. But behind its sacred walls, there are corners that feel more like scenes from a horror novel. Places you won't find on postcards, figures that disturb more than inspire, and secrets that raise more questions than answers. We begin this unsettling journey with the Vatican's secret archives. Today, it's called the Apostolic Archive, but the weight of its former name still lingers. It holds a vast collection of private papal documents, sealed under the strictest confidentiality. Only a select few have unrestricted access. What secrets lie hidden there? Letters that could rewrite history? Records of events the world was never meant to know? The official information is minimal, but the whispers? Chilling. Number 9 on our list is the mummy of the Pope who never was. In an underground crypt within the Vatican lies the preserved body of a man who died before becoming Pope. Yet, despite never ascending to the papacy, his body is visited by a handful of clergy who claim to have witnessed disturbing occurrences near his tomb. Sudden drops in temperature, soft murmurs with no clear source, and even a glowing white figure captured on night cameras. Coming in at number 8 is the hidden painting of the Last Judgment. And no, this isn't Michelangelo's famous fresco. This is a different piece, located in a private room, attributed to an anonymous 16th century artist. The image is disturbing. Twisted bodies, hollow eyes, winged demons, and angels that appear more cruel than merciful. The painting has never been displayed publicly, and only a few cardinals have admitted to seeing it. They say staring at it for more than a minute triggers a sense of dizziness and unexplainable dread. In the 7th spot, we find the faceless statue, hidden in a shaded corner of a private garden. It's surrounded by tall bushes and doesn't appear on any official Vatican map. The statue resembles a faceless virgin, arms crossed over her chest. Gardeners who have worked near her claim that in the early hours before dawn, a soft sobbing sound can sometimes be heard from that direction. None of them ever agreed to work that area again. And this is just the beginning. The deeper we go, the darker the secrets become. At number 6, we uncover the exorcism room, a small, undecorated chamber hidden deep beneath Vatican City. Few have seen it, and even fewer talk about it. According to former insiders, this room contains ancient ritual books, chains embedded in stone walls, and a faint, lingering smell of burning incense and something less holy. Whispers claim it's still in use, not for show, for real cases. One retired bishop once hinted that the screams heard inside didn't always sound human. Coming in at number 5 is the Black Confessional, tucked away in a dim chapel rarely visited by the public. This confessional booth looks ordinary until you step inside. Priests have confessed to entering and feeling an overwhelming pressure on their chest, as if being watched or judged. One priest even claimed he heard a voice confessing sins in Latin, but when he opened the curtain, the booth was empty. Number 4 brings us to the Cursed Staircase. Officially known as the Scala Sancta, or Holy Stairs, these are said to be the very steps Jesus climbed before Pontius Pilate. But legend has it, hidden beneath them lies a spiral staircase that leads to a sealed chamber. Those who've attempted to descend report sudden nausea, dizziness, and even temporary loss of memory. Some believe it was sealed long ago to keep whatever lies below from ever getting out. At number 3, we find the Vatican's demonology texts, a collection of forbidden books locked inside a climate-controlled vault. These texts aren't available to scholars or the public. They detail rituals, incantations, and encounters with what the Church once called inhuman entities. One volume is said to be bound in a strange, leathery material no one's ever identified. A former librarian who handled the book for cataloging reportedly fell gravely ill within days. Number 2 is perhaps the most disturbing of all, the Masked Choir, a group of individuals said to rehearse only at night in a chapel closed to the public. They wear white masks with no facial features, and their chants are said to be in a language no one recognizes. A visitor once recorded their singing from behind a closed door. When the audio was played back, strange patterns appeared on nearby glass surfaces like frost, but in shapes that resembled symbols. The visitor left the Vatican the next morning and never returned. We've reached chilling depths already, but the most terrifying secret still awaits. And now, at number 1, we reach what might be the most disturbing secret hidden beneath Vatican soil, the sealed humanoid tomb. Deep in the forbidden archives, Behind layers of locked iron doors and corridors monitored by guards lies a tomb unearthed accidentally during construction in the late 1942. Workers believe they had discovered an early Christian burial site, but what they found was different. Very different. The sarcophagus inside was black, cold to the touch, and covered in symbols that resembled no known language. When the Vatican's internal team finally opened it, they found a body humanoid in shape, but far taller than average, with elongated limbs and no visible facial features. The skin had not decayed. In fact, it looked preserved, almost fresh. According to whispers from retired curators, the Vatican brought in both religious and scientific experts. Some fainted upon seeing the corpse. Others left the church entirely. No one could determine what species it belonged to. It was not human, not fully. The sarcophagus was resealed immediately and locked away under 7 seals. Some believe this being was not from Earth. Others think it was the result of a forbidden experiment. Either way, the Vatican has never acknowledged its existence. But this isn't where the mystery ends. Over the decades, a handful of documents have leaked, none officially verified, but all pointing to something called the Red Vault, an underground chamber even lower than the papal tombs. According to the reports, this place holds the objects the church deems too dangerous to destroy and too powerful to ignore. Among these are said to be a mirror that doesn't reflect your face, but something standing behind you, a crown that whispers in Aramaic when touched, and a stone tablet inscribed with a language that, when spoken aloud, causes nearby plants to wither. No outsider has ever seen the Red Vault, but multiple insiders have hinted that it exists, that it's real, and that it's growing, filling up with more artifacts every decade. What's the purpose of keeping such terrifying objects? Some say it's for research, others say it's to protect the world. But the real reason might be far darker than anyone dares to admit. While these secrets may sound like scenes from a horror film, remember, the Vatican is not just a place of worship. It's a sovereign city-state with one of the most powerful intelligence networks in the world. It has survived wars, political upheaval, and centuries of secrets, many of which remain buried beneath its marble floors and behind closed doors. But let's not forget the strangest mystery of all, the silence. So many people have worked in and around the Vatican: gardeners, janitors, archivists, cooks, and guards, yet very few have ever spoken out about the things they've seen. Is it fear, loyalty, or something more enforced? In 1987, a journalist claimed to have infiltrated a lower archive room and discovered a small statue that caused him to feel nauseous, disoriented, and later suffer from recurring nightmares. He described it as a twisted cherub with wings made of teeth and a face half covered in gold leaf. Before he could publish his findings, he vanished. His last known location? A small hotel room just a block from Vatican City. His notes were recovered. His body was not. And then there's the case of the Whispering Halls, a series of narrow passageways beneath the Apostolic Palace rumored to emit soft chanting sounds at 3:33 a.m. every night. Acoustic experts have never been allowed to investigate, and recordings captured by curious priests were mysteriously erased or corrupted. Some believe it's residual energy from centuries of rituals. Others think it's something still alive down there. Whether these stories are fact, fiction, or something in between, one thing is certain: there's more to the Vatican than meets the eye. Its beauty, its rituals, its silence may all be part of a careful design to keep prying eyes away from what truly lies beneath. So, the next time you see a photo of the Pope waving from St. Peter's Basilica, remember, directly below that spot might be something no human was ever meant to find. And that, perhaps, is the most terrifying truth of all.